There comes a stage in life when everything feels harder, not because you lack strength, but because you're forcing yourself to stay where you no longer belong. You realize it, but you keep pushing. You want it to work. You want it to be worth it. You want what you once chose to still give you something back. So you try harder. You adjust. You lose yourself. But the more you move away from who you really are, the heavier your energy becomes. You can't quite put it into words. You just feel tired. People who used to lift you now drain you. Places that once excited you now feel empty. Situations you used to handle with ease now feel like a burden you no longer want to carry. And you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? But the better question is, what am I still forcing? Because what doesn't flow exhausts you. It drains your energy. It takes your voice. It makes you act like everything's fine while you're falling apart inside. Forcing means staying in relationships where only you are trying. It's doing work that no longer lights you up. It's pretending to enjoy spaces where you don't feel free. It's staying out of fear, guilt, habit. It's convincing yourself that you have to endure it, because that's just life. But it's not. Life is not meant to be forced, and neither are you. You're not broken. You're stuck in an emotional system that taught you to push instead of let go. That made you believe leaving is failure. That setting boundaries makes you selfish. That releasing something means you lose. And slowly, without realizing, you shut yourself down until one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself. Not because of how you look, but because of how much you've stopped feeling. When something doesn't flow, deep down, you know it. Even if you deny it, even if you explain it away. Your body knows. Your mood knows. Your intuition has been whispering it for a while now. But we keep forcing, because we're scared that if we stop, everything will collapse. And maybe it will. Maybe a relationship ends. A role unravels. A version of you dissolves. But what collapses is only what was already falling apart. And in that moment, you realize you weren't exhausted from life. You were exhausted from resisting change. Why forcing drains your energy so deeply? When you push something that no longer flows, your body goes into stress mode. Your nervous system responds as if you're in danger. You live on edge, often without noticing. That state eats up your energy, your focus, your drive, your desire. You're present, but not really there. You move, but you're not moving forward. It's that disconnect between what you do and what you truly feel that depletes you. Psychologically, there's also inner conflict. Part of you wants to hold on because it's scared of loss. Another part wants to let go because there's no meaning left. That silent battle is what drains you, because there's no peace, no clarity, and without alignment, energy doesn't flow. How to stop forcing and reclaim your energy? 1. Admit it without guilt. The first step is to stop justifying what you already know isn't working. You don't need to explain it to anyone. It's enough to be honest with yourself. This no longer does me any good. 2. Notice where your energy goes. Pay attention to what leaves you empty. Which people drain you? Which topics do you avoid because they hurt? Where there's constant effort without meaning, there's something being forced. 3. Return to your body. Take walks without music. Breathe consciously. Write freely without judgment. Don't chase quick answers. Look for reconnection. 4. Make space. Don't fill your calendar with distractions. Learn to tolerate silence without panic, because in that quiet, your truth finally has room to speak. 5. Take one real step. You don't have to change your whole life today, but you can take one small, honest action. Decline a conversation you don't want. Set one boundary. Say no without apologizing. That shift, however small, changes your energy. And what happens next? Letting go often feels like emptiness at first. Yes, it hurts. What was once full of effort now feels hollow, but that silence is not the end. It's the beginning. That's where your energy starts to reorganize itself. Where there was tension, peace shows up. Where there was fear, clarity arrives. Where there was fatigue, desire slowly returns. Not instantly, but it does return. Because when you stop forcing, you stop betraying yourself. And that, even if it's painful, gives you back your power. Not the power to control everything, but the power to choose yourself. Look at your life. Where are you still pushing? Who are you dragging along? What space are you occupying where you no longer feel welcome? Which version of you are you performing to avoid conflict? It's not selfish to ask yourself those questions. It's necessary. Your energy isn't infinite, and the more you use it to hold together what's already ending, the less you have to build what's truly meant for you. Most people aren't tired from doing too much. They're tired from not being true to themselves, from playing roles that don't fit anymore, from suppressing truths that want to be spoken, from being available to everyone except themselves. Letting go is not failure. It's recognizing that holding on to what's fading doesn't make you brave. It makes you a stranger to yourself. But when you release it, things begin to shift. Not around you, within you. Your thoughts become lighter. Your posture softens. Your voice steadies. Your breath deepens. Your energy stops surviving and starts living again. Yes, some people will drift away when you stop forcing. Some places you'll leave behind. Some choices you'll have to face alone. But something else will rise too. A voice inside you that you hadn't heard in a long time, a sense of relief you didn't know was possible, a strength that doesn't come from effort, but from alignment. Your energy shifts when you stop forcing what no longer flows, because you stop living from fear and start living from truth. And truth, even when uncomfortable, sets you free.